how to tell an Aquarius is over you. Alright, so jumping straight into this video, this is for both men and women, and this pertains to if you have your sun, moon, or Venus in the sign of Aquarius. Please make sure that you actually smash the like button if you like this video. Alright, so the first sign to tell that an Aquarius is over you is they stop contacting you as much. So when Aquarius is over you, you know, Aquarius is an air sign. And what I always say about air signs, they love to communicate. So when an Aquarius is over you, they're not going to be contacting you as much anymore. Aquariuses, when they stop liking you and they're completely over you, they take back their communication, because that is the main way an Aquarius shows their interest, is when they're always contacting you or trying to talk to you. So if you notice that they've drawn back on their communication and they're not reaching out to you as much anymore, they're over you. The second sign to tell that an Aquarius is over you is they stop inviting you to places. So Aquarius likes to go out and be adventurous and, you know, get to learn new things, meet new people. They're very friendly and social people. And when they like somebody, they like to take that person on adventures with them. So if you notice that they're not inviting you out to do stuff anymore, they're over you. The third sign to tell that an Aquarius is over you is they start hanging out with new people. So even though Aquariuses are very social people and they can make friends with random strangers and they have the ability to do this, when they like somebody, it's a fixed air sign at the end of the day. So they have their people, and when they like a person, they like to focus a lot of their energy on that person. So when they're over you, they're going to take that energy back into going out, networking, and meeting other people. So they're going to start meeting other people and making friends with new people, and all that energy that they used to, you know, kind of conserve for you, they're going to go back out and open up and explore and try to meet someone new and hang out with new people. The fourth sign to tell that an Aquarius is over you is they start going on more adventures. So when an Aquarius is over you, they're back outside, like I said, and you know, they may even start traveling more or just start doing stuff that they did used to do a lot, or that they miss doing, or they just start being more adventurous and trying new things and going new places. So if you notice that an Aquarius is just being more adventurous, or they've just amped up their adventurous spirit and they just start doing more outgoing things, that means they're over you, you know, because like I said, they like to, especially if they're doing it without you, because they're already like this naturally. But when they're over somebody, they just pretty much go back to being their unique selves and just doing things that they like to do on their own. Because Aquarius is a very independent sign, so they can do a lot of adventurous things even on their own. So if they're just doing stuff and they're not really inviting you, they're over you. The fifth sign to tell that an Aquarius is over you is they become more busy. So if you notice that an Aquarius just became super busy all of a sudden, like they just got so much things going on and they're not inviting you or making time and space for you, yeah, they're over you. Because when Aquarius really likes somebody, they're going to reserve some time for that person that they like. So if you notice that you can't really get a hold of them and they're always doing something when you do get a hold of them, it's their way of trying to avoid you. So they're going to become more busy. Even if they're not, they're gonna make themselves appear like they're busy. The sixth sign to tell that an Aquarius is over you is they seem to be handling the breakup very well. So Aquarius is a very detached sign, especially emotionally. They compartmentalize their feelings. So when they're over a person, they're just gonna put you in the box in their head like, okay, I'm not really trying to focus on that person, and they're just gonna completely detach. So they're not gonna seem emotionally affected by the relationship. Even though they may be, they will deal with that on their own time. An Aquarius is not the type of sign to express their hurt, their pain and stuff like that. Like, no, Aquarius is it's an air sign, and air means light, you know, so they're not gonna try to show that they're hurt or anything like that, even if they are. So it's gonna come off like they're moving on. Like they weren't really affected by the relationship. Like they're just like nonchalant. That's a very good word. Like they're just very nonchalant. Like you're gonna be like, damn, did that person even like me? Like that's the kind of vibe they're gonna get off. It's gonna just seem like, okay, like, all right, like, okay, like they're not gonna seem hurt. You know how when someone is over you, they might like cuss you out even, or just act like standoffish. They're just going to be completely nonchalant. Like they're not going to show how the relationship affected them, even if it even did affect them. You know, they're just not going to, you're not going to get that vibe. You're going to be very stoic. It's going to be hard to read how they really feel. The seventh sign to tell that an Aquarius is over you is they don't check on you. So once they're over you, they're not gonna try to check up on you or call you or see what you got going on. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna be the person that calls the Aquarius, and they're gonna pick up and they're gonna act nonchalant. But they're not gonna reach out to you or try to initiate conversations and, hey, what you got going on? How you doing? Like, no, even though they're a very friendly sign and they like to socialize with people, they're not gonna be the type of person to want to call you and check up on you and stuff like that. Like, it's a fixed air sign at the end of the day. So once they've had it in their mind that, okay, I'm over this person, I'm not trying to deal with this person anymore, they're not gonna try to be calling you and checking upon you. That's just what it is. It's fixed. It's fixed air. It's fixed communication. So if at first they liked you and they were fixated on being all up in your face, and once they're over you, they're going to be fixated on not being in your face. Okay, so that's the dilemma with fixed energy. What it is what you're going to get, because it's fixed. Once they like put it in their brain that, okay, this is what it is, that's what it is. And that's what makes fixed signs, Taurus, Scorpios, and Aquarius, is so stubborn, because once they have something that they think, that's just what it is. The eighth sign to tell that an Aquarius is over you is they stop being your friend. So Aquariuses, when they don't like you anymore and they're over you, they're not going to be friends with you. They're not one of those signs that they're going to be cordial, and they're not going to have no beef with you. Like I said, they're going to be very nonchalant. But that friendly Aquarius energy that they once had, like, you know, that was your buddy. Like, you know, you could call them up and go places. When the relationship is over, they're not going to have that kind of vibe with you anymore. They're not going to try to be friends with you. Like, all the stuff you guys used to do, there's going to be no more of that. They're going to be so indifferent towards you. They're not going to try to keep the friendship going once they're over you. The ninth sign to tell that an Aquarius is over you is they don't talk about you to others. So they're not going to be bringing you up in conversation or trying to talk about you. Like, and even if they do, it's because maybe somebody else asked them something about you and they may state their opinion, but they're not. When an Aquarius is over you, they don't care about you anymore. They're not going to be talking about you, about what you did to them and stuff. Like, they just don't care. Like, they may tell a brief little story or something, but they don't care. Like, they'll move on. Even if they do care, they're not going to let other people know that. Like, that's something Aquariuses, they know how to keep things to themselves, especially emotional things. Like, you're never going to really catch an Aquarius sweat. And if they do, they keep it to certain people that they allow to see that side of them. So yeah, they're not going to be talking about you to other people. It's not one of those signs. Maybe more so the women than the men. They'll maybe gossip a little bit about their ex and stuff like that, but the men, you won't really get that type of energy. Maybe a little bit, but for the most part, they don't care. Like, they're not gonna be sitting up talking about you and reminiscing and stuff like that. Like, once they're, like I said, once it's a fixed sign, once they've gathered in their minds that they don't like you no more, they're just onto something else. The 10th sign to tell that an Aquarius is over you is they become very cold and aloof. So when they're over you, these people, you're not gonna they're not gonna give the vibe like you guys were in a relationship. Like, they're gonna be very cold towards you. Like, Aquarius know how to detach from people, especially even family. Like, they could be married to you, have kids with you and all kind of stuff, and they won't even call to reach out to you, or it just will seem like it never happened. Like, they'll be that detached to the point where they don't communicate with you at all. So if you notice that Aquarius is just completely detached and aloof, and they don't even initiate contact with you, and you could have been really close. Like I said, they even do this to family members, or some Aquarius even do this to their kids. Like, you wouldn't even know that they had children with you, or they just will completely detach. Like, comment down below if you've experienced this before, or if you are an Aquarius, please explain why you guys do this. Because yeah, when they're over a situation, they become completely detached. Like, yeah, you wouldn't even know that they was just married or just in a relationship. Like, you know how some people will tell their business, like, oh yeah, da 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 da, like, I'm going through this, I'm going through a divorce, or I'm like, you wouldn't know that about an Aquarius unless you're really close to them. Then they'll tell you. But for the most part, they're so aloof and nonchalant in relationships when they're over somebody that you just won't know. Like, and even that person on the receiving end of the energy, they'll just be very distant to that person. So yeah, those are the signs to tell that an Aquarius is over you. I feel like this is a very straightforward one. But yeah, comment down below, leave some comments if you like it, smash the like button, and also feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you would like a natal reading or a synastry reading between you and another person, please email me directly. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in another one. Mwah. Peace.
Add it up to beat your brain so you haven't learned a thing. I'm the one that makes it rain. Better ask, ain't no